Hey everybody, welcome back to Podcast and Such. We are currently watching Mob Psycho 100, 2 episodes at a time. I'm Jay.
And I'm Luke.
Today we are discussing episodes 8 and 9, Claw, 7th Division, and the Heinous Aura Mastermind.
Yeah, we are.
Yep. Well, yeah, we're in the thick of it now. A lot of people introduced this episode.
Introduced this episode? They were introduced by this episode?
Yeah, like as in we saw a lot of new characters, part of
Oh,
Claw.
a lot of characters were introduced in this
Yes.
episode.
Yes.
Okay. My brain works.
Yeah. I try to be clear and concise.
Yeah.
And then you just have to come and ruin it.
Well, you said a lot of people introduced this episode, and
A lot of people were introduced this episode.
Right, but did you say were? Because
I said were. Well, I can go. I edit this. I know if I said were.
What I heard was a lot of people introduced this episode, which does make sense. But also, I read it that, there were a lot of people introducing this episode, or, everyone comes on screen at the beginning and goes hey guys, welcome to the episode.
And then they do a little PSA outro of, hey guys, we all have fun today, but remember, waterboarding is bad.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of characters were introduced this episode. They're all part of Claw. And a bunch of nameless lackeys that the subtitles call, Lackey A and Lackey P.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, there was a lot of interesting characters. I liked the scar motif.
Yes, yeah.
They all have scars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I guess there's more, but try and keep it in order, I suppose. Once again, another set of episodes where all of it takes place in this one area, and so
yeah. So I mean, we can hop around if you want to, or do you want to go by what's going on with Ritsu and friends, or what's going on with Mob and friends, or
however you want to do it.
Okay. Yeah. I guess I'll just go to my notes and we'll just kind of go in order. So the episode opens up with that Tarada guy overhearing about some powerful Esper kid who took down Koyama. That's the name of the guy who fought Mob in the alleyway.
Yeah. I can go ahead and guarantee you I'm not going to know any names.
I know that. Absolutely. And that's okay. Well, I'll try and describe. Well, that's the reason I, chose the streaming service we did, because they don't translate it on Crunchyroll, which is dumb.
Yeah.
Because they put the names up as they were introduced. Yeah.
Which helps a little bit, but it was still 11 characters, or maybe
it is 11 characters, and I get you. It's a lot. It's a lot to know.
I did remember Tarada for some reason.
Yeah, I think because they said his name a lot.
Yeah, it came up a lot, so I guess I just kind of stuck that one. So.
Yeah, so Tarada is really concerned with his position at Claw and is better take this guy out.
Yeah.
Before he usurps me or whatever.
Right.
But he didn't know he was gonna get waterboarded.
That was interesting. I figured he was going to be big and bad and hard to capture or whatever. But
yeah.
the very next scene, they're dunking his head in this little bucket of water.
Yeah, what I like the whole just terror listing off all the information that he gave him,
Mhm.
and is like, "I didn't think we were gonna get it out of you so easily. I am gonna continue to waterboard you."
Right. Kind of implies that he gave it up really quick. And
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of these bad guys are kind of goofy.
Yeah, they're kind of a goofy, is the term rogues gallery correct for what this is,
I don't know. I
or
call
is
him
it
the goof troop.
okay. Yep, they are goofy. I mean, this is, like, very, I feel like I don't remember a ton about One Punch Man. I watched it, like, the year it came out, so, but I kinda remember, uh, Saitama, Mr. Punch himself, going to some kind of evil base of some kind, uh, as well, that also had some goofy villains of some, you know?
Goof troop.
Yeah, another goof troop, yeah. And, yeah. So, and I really enjoyed. Oh, this was before the waterboarding, but, Tara was like, "You're gonna need somebody, really strong and capable on your side."
Mhm.
And Mob's just, like, immediately like, "Oh, the Body Improvement Club. They've
Yeah,
never tried to strangle me. They're great.
they are strong and capable.
They are strong and capable." I mean, Mob's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Yeah.
And so then we, cut to Ritsu and the, uh, Awakening Lab kids,
Mhm.
and they're being explained that Claw is, they're ready for world domination. That's the big goal.
Yeah, isn't it always?
Yeah, that's the threat. That's their plan.
Yeah.
And, and Ritsu, so, instead of doing, like, a Sasuke thing, Ritsu here is pretty much like, "Yeah, no, I want out of here."
Yeah. He's not doing the Sasuke thing at all.
Nope.
But he is still pretty powerful.
Yes, he is pretty powerful, yeah. Even
Not
without Dimple.
Yeah, it's not just Dimples that it's doing the psychic mode. They're still more powerful than all those other kids.
Yes, yeah. So that's how he's able to do a lot of, sandbagging or hustling or whatever of just like, "Oh, yeah, we're just a bunch of kids here, no need to worry about us, huh?"
Yeah. They can make little flames with their fingers and things.
Yeah. Well, and then, him asking all of them, "Hey, what are your names again?" I'm like, "Oh, man, I bet Luke's asking that right now."
Yeah. I still don't know their names.
Yeah, that's alright.
I remember Blockhead. That was his name, right?
Yeah, his name was Blockhead, yeah. That's absolutely his name.
He has a block for a head.
Yep. And we got that Muto guy, that's the guy with the big face.
Yeah, that
Yeah, with
guy.
the hypnotism and all that.
Yeah, that was interesting. I was pretty convinced they had just killed that kid.
Yeah, I thought the same thing when I first watched the episode.
Like,
Um,
wow, this got dark.
yeah, but they do confirm by the end of the episode that, yeah, he's alive.
Yeah, still pretty dark.
Yeah. So, yeah, so we got an illusionist here, and, it's a good thing he took the one guy who can communicate with all the with his brother, or
Yeah,
else they wouldn't have known.
yeah, yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, and so, uh, Teru and Mob and Tirada, fly a car
Mhm.
to the hideout, and, they let Tirada go because they're like, "Yeah, you probably won't give us much trouble,
Yeah, he did.
not
He,
deal with them."
he did end up coming at them with his like whips or whatever, and that was cool.
Yeah, the air whips.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then Mob just absolutely demolishes him.
Yeah, as Mob is wont to do.
Yeah, yeah. And it's while they're out there and breaking into the base that Teru learns the air whips, so he's able to
Mhm.
use that ability now, and Dimple possesses a security guard.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
Yeah, that was cool. I like
Yeah.
Teru's air whip.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep, yeah, so just a lot of like fighting this episode mostly, right? Like them wandering around and beating up lackeys and then the rest of the claw
Yeah,
members.
yeah. Well, in the first episode, they just fight Torada and Muscle from
Oh, Koyama.
Alley. From Alley.
Koyama, yeah.
Koyama.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's the two they fight that episode.
And then I think it's the next episode that a lot more introduced.
Yeah, I think we get like I want to say 3, but I'll look at my notes as we go. But yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, Mob's done holding back. He is just throwing people around now. He's ready to go.
Yeah, yeah. I liked when he and Teru hit
Oh
somebody at the same time and it like broke the wall.
yeah, and it's like, all right, Mob, you gotta calm down. I'll handle these guys. You can
Yeah,
save
yeah,
it for the big guys.
yeah. Teru still has his cactus head.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, cat his hair and pink sweater combo here. He's height of fashion.
Hmm.
Hmm. Yeah, so yeah, not much else this episode other than Ritsu using that blind spot uh when when escaping, using that
Hmm.
blind spot to throw those guys around and be like, yeah, we can still keep our cards to ourselves here now. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. Smart kid. You'll hear Mob talk about that more later.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what happens with Ritsu. Uh, They'll kind of want a Sasuke arc.
You still kind of want a Sasuke Eric, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, he does seem like just design wise and all that jazz. You look at him and go, "You should do a heel turn."
yeah,
you
that'd be
you
sick.
you're a prime for a heel turn.
He sure is. And I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, could be. Let's see. Yeah, was there anything else you wanted to talk about with that first episode? There is like I guess more to talk about with the second one. The first one was more of a setup of the
Yeah,
little arc we're in.
it all blends together, so it's kind of difficult to
Yeah, yeah. One in these episodes, just yeah, are even less distinct than the last ones in my mind.
like.
Actually,
It's not so. It doesn't seem to me like it's going to be that kind of anime where like you know how in like Naruto. Uh, Sorry for referencing Naruto so much, guys, but I have not watched a lot of anime, and Naruto is perhaps the most prolonged of anime, unless you probably One Piece, maybe.
Mhm.
But I'm never watching that.
Yeah, I know, I know. Yeah,
Uh,
what? Yeah,
but anyway, you know how sometimes, like in a Naruto arc, they'll set up like, "Hey, we got to infiltrate this base," and then it's like 7 episodes of them infiltrating the base. You know,
right,
and
right.
and it all sort of amounts to there was an arc like this in My Hero Academia too.
Yes,
So I think significantly shorter than any like Naruto one. It's like
I'd
it's
have
like
to look at those arc links because that she Hasai Kai arc is what that one you're thinking of the
where they break into that place to
with with Overhaul.
Yeah, where
Yeah, that's like I think the longest arc to date. I would have to look at the chapter counts for a few others, but yeah.
The million guy is like near the end and stuff like that.
Yes.
All of them go in, but I just remember him and Night whatever.
Night Eye. Yeah.
Night Eye and stuff
Yeah.
being there. But anyway, as far as distinguishing episodes, it's a lot of like, let's run down this hallway and until we encounter an enemy.
Yeah.
And then one of us will stay behind and fight the enemy while the rest of us proceed down the hallway.
Yeah, we don't get a lot of recycled running animations in the show.
So it's like,
Yeah.
it's cool to me that Mob Psycho seems to have resolved that in like 2 episodes instead of like 5. But
yeah, like I said, these are extremely short arcs.
Yeah, but it still has that same quality of like, we're in these hallways a lot, so it's like what distinguishes one episode from the other is just what happens in those hallways, but it's easy to take different parts of each.
Yeah, not to give anything away, but I think this is the last time we're in a bunch of hallways in the whole show.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not a bad style. I mean, obviously people like it because it keeps getting done. Like Naruto, My Hero Academia. It's kind of like, it feels like an RPG in a sense. You know, what do you do? You go down the hallway until you hit a random battle.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Oh yeah.
So it's not bad, and it the point of a lot of those arcs is when you have more characters than we have. Like, I guess one reason you couldn't do a long one with this is that, you know, we've only really got Mon, Teru, and Ritsu. Yeah, we've only got them as far as like psychics right now, and I guess Dimple.
Yeah.
But like when you do that in a show, like I think Yu Yu Hakusho that we mentioned last time too is another anime like that where you know you have a goal, and as you get to that goal, each individual member of the party gets to stop off essentially and have their fight with one of the baddies.
Right. Yeah.
And it's useful for like giving everyone like a time to shine. You know, everyone gets like a cool boss fight.
Yeah, that is kind of how like One Piece is structured these days. Of
Yeah,
like
it would not
you're at a
surprise me.
place. Yeah, you're at a place and everybody's got to fight somebody and or assist in a fight with somebody.
Exactly, yeah. So everybody gets like a chance to be part of a big brawl, and you can have different brawls happening simultaneously just by the nature of the thing. So. But like each episode will probably focus on one fight more than the other or something like that.
Yeah.
But they did with My Hero Academia too. Everyone got like a chance to
do something,
to fight somebody.
Yeah, I think that is one of my favorite arcs actually.
Yeah.
So far, at least.
Even Kirishima got to do stuff.
Yeah. Your weird distaste for him will remain baffling to me.
It's just really fun. Really fun to hate him.
Sure, why not? Maybe that'll spark some comments finally in our YouTube section.
Yeah, I'm a contrarian. That's what I do.
Yeah, so if you want to move on to the next episode, where the real fights are at. Also, you're sounding like kind of far away right now. Like
I don't know if it's because of the fan or whatever.
I don't think it's the fan. Also, like one time you were taking out one of your earbuds and you put it close to your mouth, it sounded like better.
This isn't Bluetooth.
Yeah, but like that little deal right there, that's a mic.
This is a mic right here?
Yeah, you're like so much like clearer right now. It's a little too loud. It's a little yeah.
Are you serious? I have to do this now?
You don't have to hold it up the whole time. It's just like it.
I feel
Could you like some? You sound mostly fine on the recordings, but like it's just sound especially far away today. I don't know.
interesting. Yeah, well,
Yeah,
I mean, I've got this bigger fan now, and I'm in a different room.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Okay,
I don't know if that's affecting acoustics or anything, but like
maybe.
I feel like a TikToker right now.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Like
that's the TikTok pose.
or the starter kit for being a video essayist is just being a teenager with an opinion and
A
having
mic.
a mic on their earphones close to their face.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, you sound so much clearer now.
Okay. Well, I mean, I can do this, but
Yeah, I mean, sorry for making you do. One day I do want to
like
like
it.
send you a microphone or something because I've got
Well,
like
I had a microphone.
I know. I'm saying I'd like to replace that microphone.
I did have one.
Yeah, I know. But now it's being used by me and not being left in Georgia with nobody using it.
That's fair.
Yeah, come on. But yeah, so Heinous Aura Mastermind. That's the next episode where Dimple, Terry, and Mob all split up.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yep.
Because they all ended up fighting like a different person, and that's the whole Naruto One Piece formula.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Splitting up, fighting
Splitting
different
up,
people.
doing the different fights with different powers to show off and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So we got Dimple,
Hmm.
running around and trying to play it cool as a security guard, and he's
Yeah,
caught immediately by the bunch of awakened lackeys who can all kind of use psychic powers, but only a
right.
little bit.
Only a little bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is correct.
And so he goes into that room where he finds out that to awaken people, you have to put them through some kind of pain of some kind.
Yeah, that was dark as well. Those little chambers with like blood splattered in
Addendum.
them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, and so there he meets his name's I believe it's Matsuo, the
Hmm.
guy with the spirits he can control.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So he fights that guy.
Yeah. That was cool. He's got these little like familiars or pets or
Hmm.
whatever, and sends
Yeah.
those out. Yeah.
Yeah, and so Dimple gets to do that cool fake out where he abandons the body, and goes through the wall,
Yeah, and just runs away.
and just runs away for a bit. But then he can't comes back,
Yeah, but that's a
because I
really
don't, I don't, I don't really understand how those spirits got like stuck in the wall because they're spirits, but maybe they're different than Dimple.
they had to because of plot.
Yeah, sure. So Dimple comes back, but Matsuo had more spirits
Yeah,
than just the two. And so Dimple is now indisposed at by the end of the episode.
yeah.
Yeah,
He's
he's
in
in a
the
jar.
urn. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Maybe Dimple will somehow win the fight in that jar and come out not sucking anymore. That'd be cool.
Yeah, yeah, you want Dimple to get like power up or something.
Yeah, well, it's like I want him to come out of the time chamber. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
What is that from Dragon Ball Z?
That's from Dragon Ball Z, yeah. The time
Yeah, hyperbolic time chamber.
hyperbolic, there we go. That's
Yeah,
the
there we go.
name. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that was cool. I'm a normie, uh, you guys. I only know the normiest of
Anime.
animes.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Hey guys, I'm Luke. My favorite anime is Neon Genesis Evangelion. You've probably never heard of it.
Oh boy. Yeah, well, it's alright to be a normie sometimes, it's okay.
Yeah. What was that weird one I watched one time? That
The weird
girlfriend
one?
mystery girlfriend X or something.
Yeah,
Was
that
that
that's
it?
the yeah, we referenced it back in the Licking the Recorders episode.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I did watch that one, guys. So add that to my cred.
I don't know if you want that on your cred.
It's a anime that normies haven't watched.
Yeah.
So that makes me cool. I also enjoyed The Future Diary. That was a good one.
Yeah, that's a fun one. Yeah, I don't even know what's considered normie or not because the internet landscape, nothing's obscure anymore because you don't have to like search for VHS tapes or whatever like people had to do back in the day.
There is one anime that uh, is incredibly difficult to find.
Oh,
And
I
that
know what you're about to say. Okay. Yeah, go on. Go on.
it never even finished production. The VHS tapes are hard to come by, that sort of thing. But it's a little anime called Soldier, Soldier, Soldier King.
Mhm.
S3K for short.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be the rarest of finds.
Yeah.
The Lost Media Wiki will rejoice when they find it one day.
Yeah. No one's ever seen it, I don't think.
No, never.
We're still waiting on the mouse.
Yeah. Got those plot synopses and nothing else. Just one day. One day. Yeah, way to alienate our audience, man.
Immediately, yeah. Go look up S3K, guys.
Yeah.
Look it up. Have a good laugh.
Well, now I can finally put that in our tags on YouTube. Maybe we'll get some big A fans.
Yeah, even Evan Gal's not getting big A fans, so
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah. Yep. Let's see. I guess we can talk about Teru's fight with the
with the flame
pyrokinesis.
guy. The
Yeah.
flame guy was cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was all human torching and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. Boy, that was that again with the whole the violence in the show, him talking about like sometimes you see like fire bending in Avatar, and then there's people with like a lot of fire moves in One Piece. But like here, it's like, oh yeah, your lungs are gonna burn when you breathe, and it kind of showed a close up of Teru's mouth, and his like
Hmm.
lips were dry and all that. You can feel it.
Yeah, that was cool, and especially the effect of like, even though he has a psychic shield,
Hmm.
it was still heating up like the inside of the shield.
Yeah, yeah.
That was a kind of realistic mechanic that you normally don't see in in the animes. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, so that was really neat. And then he switched his shield on him and
Yeah, that was a cool way to.
burnt that man to a crisp.
He sure did.
Yeah.
That was interesting. You would think he would have some sort of heat resistance, but
Yeah, I mean, well, maybe he just wasn't burned as much as he would have been.
yeah,
He
I
was
was
still able
waiting
to stand.
for. I was waiting for the wig to catch on fire.
Oh. That
That would have
would have
been
been
very
great.
very funny to me.
Oh, that would have been great. Yeah.
Had a hoot and a half there,
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. That thing does. Yeah, I would if I were writing that. I would have been like, "Oh yeah, that thing's just begging to get caught on fire."
right? It'd be very funny, or at least like singed or something. Like
Yeah,
that would
yeah,
be.
yeah, yeah.
But I guess there's just situations where it's like you want to just preserve the character looking the way they are. But I've
Oh
always
yeah.
liked that about any show or video game or anything where it's like you kind of show the wear and tear
Hmm.
of the previous battles as you go through.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. But no, the cactus wig lives another day.
It sure does. One day.
One day. Um. Yeah. So next up is mobs fights.
Yeah, that was interesting. The he's just surrounded by these wooden dolls.
Yeah, and he's just like, "Oh, hey guys, you see my little brother around?" You see him?
Yeah.
There you go.
He's such an innocent little bean.
You leave those words back in 2013 where they belong.
I like beans. I'm a fan of beans.
All right.
I think they might have been revived by the Fall Guys revolution, you know. We're all into beans again, you know?
No, I see.
Yeah. Yeah. Bring back innocent little beans.
Okay. But yeah,
Little,
so Mob,
little bean boys.
so Mob, absolutely wrecks those wooden dolls, that
Yeah.
that small child, controls.
Mhm. Yeah, she was
Yeah.
upset about that.
Oh yeah. You know, when your immortal army gets destroyed,
Yeah, yeah.
what you gonna do? Gonna be a little upset.
I guess
You
so.
go
Yeah.
to, go get the, Lady Goku, essentially.
Yeah, yeah.
Her design is very Goku.
It is. She's a brawler, you know,
Yeah.
just kind of generic. Like I'm very tough.
Yeah, yeah. You know, fighters. Fighters cool.
Yeah, fighters.
Yeah. So yeah, she's absolutely throwing those punches and all that with Mob. She is the only I feel like amongst all these espers, Tsuchiya is her name, by the way.
Okay.
She's like the only one who's like taking anything seriously here. Everybody else has been like so, oh yeah, I'm gonna fight this kid and I absolutely will win because, you're just a kid and you suck or whatever, you know?
Yeah, she is a little less goof troop.
Yeah, she is a little less goofy than the rest, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I did really like that scene where uh she like punches Mob against the wall or whatever,
Mhm.
and he's like crying
Mm,
because
mhm, mhm.
he doesn't want to beat up a woman,
Yeah, yeah.
and I feel like that was almost like a little taste of maybe the good guy aspect of Reagan.
Mhm, mhm.
You know that
Yeah.
he taught Mob to not beat up women.
Yeah, yeah, I think he was describing, like,
Domestic
this
abuse,
yeah,
yeah.
domestic abuse, yeah, and so and Mob took that as, like, a blanket term.
Right, right, exactly.
Yeah.
But like, see, the thing I liked about it, and maybe it's kind of telling of what I like about Mob Psycho 100 in general, is
Mhm.
that where that could have just been a joke, it's like, you know, oh haha, in some cultures, you know, uh, women are treated as more delicate or whatever,
Mhm.
blah blah blah. It
Yeah.
kind of was used as like a character moment, I think.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
it was like intended to show something like good about Reagan. Like,
Yeah, I think it was very telling of Reagan that he would say that to Mob and that, and how much, Mob is so upset by this because it was Reagan telling him that, he's like, and
mhm,
well, and that's, the implication of the phone that was calling him. It's probably Reagan, right?
mhm,
And he's remembering that and he's like, "Oh no, I don't want Reagan to be disappointed in me if he finds
right,
out I went and like beat up a woman."
right, right, yeah,
It's a very good character moment for the
yeah.
both of them.
But there is the comedy there of like he was
Yeah.
talking about domestic abuse, and Mob took that as like a blanket statement about if
Mhm.
a woman's trying to murder you viciously, you shouldn't punch her
Yeah, 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 yeah,
with
yeah.
your psychic
And
powers.
yeah, yeah, and so, Tsuchiya here is like, she's a fighter and therefore, all this like honor stuff about like the martial arts and all that jazz, and you're supposed to take your opponent seriously no matter what and
Mm-hmm.
treat each other as equals, you know?
Right.
Yeah, so yeah. And
Yeah, that
so
was a
Mob wins.
cool,
Yeah.
cool moment. Yeah.
Yeah, very, very good moment of the episode, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so off-screen Mob wins.
That is correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
I guess they didn't want to show him beating up a woman.
I do wonder about the standards and practices of that. I know that this being a webcomic and all that, they you can draw whatever, but they're still on a website with like standards and all that
Sure.
jazz.
Well,
I don't know.
Japan has certain cultural, views,
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, it's something interesting. Like in One Piece, Oda talked about how now that he has daughters, he very much does not like drawing women having violence done against them.
Yeah.
Like, especially now that he has daughters, he's like, "Oh,
He sure doesn't mind sexualizing the hell out of them.
true, true. You are correct." Yeah. Yes, it's interesting. It's an interesting standard. Yeah. But yeah, good moment of the episode. Good character
Yeah.
moment. And so I guess we can cut back to Ritsu,
Hmm.
and friends.
Yeah, because
Uh,
Ritsu encounters the like redhead kid, right? Red,
yes,
orange, something like that.
yeah, red orange. Yeah, that kid's name is Sho.
Joe.
Yeah, SHO.
Cool.
Sho. Yeah, so he encounters him, and I think that Ritsu, he's probably feeling pretty good about himself right now because he's like, been able to throw around all these lackeys and stuff. So I think he very much underestimates Sho and overestimates himself in that moment of Sho
Yes.
coming up.
I'm very curious to see if like we find out that Sho has a scar somewhere.
Ooh, interesting.
Because that's obviously, he doesn't have one on his face like everybody else does, but I
Hmm.
think that's supposed to be like a misdirect.
Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah, because he is wearing sleeves. He's
Yeah.
in sleeves and long pants.
Yeah.
So yeah, he could very well have a scar under any of those.
Yeah, because I don't know if everyone's accounted for at this point, right? All 11 claw people.
Um, let me see. Hold on. We have met. Yes, we have met all 11 scars, Luke.
Okay. I was not sure. It's hard to keep up.
Yeah. Oh no. Well, like I just had to think myself here about how many there were. Yeah,
Yeah,
there were 11. We met 11.
and you're like some sort of manga, anime, savant.
What? It's the only reason I remember so many names here is because I've seen this show 4 times.
Wow. Good
You
lord.
know, 4, maybe 5 even, in certain episodes more than others. It's
What are
yeah.
you doing?
I don't know. Well, this was a few months ago. I was unemployed and sad.
That's true. Maybe go outside and touch some grass.
Well, now I'm doing that, man. I'm doing that now. Well,
Fair
not
point.
not in this moment, but
Not currently,
not current.
unless you have some grass like on your desk that you
I should get some get one of those like little garden with the sand. I loved playing with those as a kid. Like we had one in preschool. We had like the little rake.
yeah.
You could make the little circles. Yeah.
I just like want to be in an argument or something with someone on like a Discord call like this,
Uh-huh.
you know,
Yeah.
full video and everything, and they're like, bro, go touch some grass, and then like I have a little patch of grass down here, and so I go
Yeah,
like,
and you can just yeah.
done.
You'd have to be way more online to be in an argument like that. Like
That's true. I rarely use Discord.
I
I'm
don't
not.
well, and I just well, I'm well, what I'm saying is I don't think you would ever be in a conversation where you're talking about something with someone, and I don't think the response to you would ever be go touch grass.
Oh, because I'm just like not brain degenerate. Like I'm
Yeah,
not.
yeah, you
I don't have
don't
the
quite
brain rot.
have the internet brain rot, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair.
Yeah. So I'm sorry you can't use that clever. I want that's not even like I don't know what that is, but
It's great, is what it is. It's a beautiful.
that little visual joke. That's
Yeah,
what it is. Yeah.
I love a
But
good
yeah.
visual gag.
But yeah. So show may or may not be a scar. We have
Mhm.
all 11 counted for, but that is not to say that there couldn't be a 12th or something.
Sure.
Um,
There's always a secret 12th.
yeah, there's always well, and like what this 11 number? Who has 11 of anything?
Right, yeah.
12. Come on.
Well, if you're gonna go for 12, you need 13 for the evil bad guys.
Oh yeah.
Like, what sort of evil organization post Organization 13 era, doesn't have the common decency to get 13 members,
There we go.
13
Yeah.
vessels of darkness, baby.
Either that or one could only come up with 11 designs and was like, all right, I'm stopping here.
Yeah, or maybe like they wanted to be more concise, but they came up with too many designs, and we're like, I guess we're gonna go up to 11 then.
It's like, listen, I already drew all these guys. I'm gonna use them, all right?
How many members were in the Itachi group or whatever from Naruto?
Oh, I have no clue. I don't think I ever got that far in terms of actually paying attention. Like,
Yeah, me either. But I mean, it's hard to ignore the guys with the cool black and red, you know,
oh yeah,
attire.
well, like I wish I liked Naruto more, or else I would probably have a piece of clothing with that design. That's a very popular design on like anime clothing sites.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh yeah.
But you wouldn't want to brand yourself that way.
Yeah, exactly,
You
exactly.
know, you
Yeah.
you you, you wear that out in public, and all of a sudden you're a pariah of sorts. No one wants to talk to you.
Yeah, exactly. So,
It's it's almost as bad. Like it's more subtle, but it's almost like people who wear um ninja headbands from Naruto, like
mhm.
unironically in high
Mm.
school. I remember those guys.
Yeah, let's see. There were one, two, three, four, five, six in
Okay,
the Itachi.
gotcha.
Akatsuki. Sorry.
Man, so they didn't hit 13 either. It must have really been
Well, actually, I'm looking
Kingdom
at this
Hearts
like
that
group
popularized it.
picture. There seems to be more than six. Hold on. One, two, three, four, six. Wait, hold on. Oh, wait. I'm getting. Oh, okay. Hold on. There's way more than that, actually.
Exactly
One, two,
13.
three, four, 12, 13. Like at least like 14, I believe. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not. Man, these Naruto tangents, man.
It's like it's strangely, as much as I never watched all of Naruto, it's strangely still like my anime point of reference. Like it's like
Right. I mean, it's kind of well, it's the most like anime of anime. I mean, it's about ninjas.
yeah. It's like ground zero for a lot of like generic anime stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
A
It's
lot of
kind of it's almost the platonic ideal of shonen in a way.
yeah,
Of what I think of when I think about shonen.
it's like Naruto is to anime as a literary form what the Bible is to Western literature.
Wow, that's quite the comparison. Let's go with that. Sure. Let's go with it. Let's roll. But yes.
Right. Naruto is the good book.
Oh boy. But
Oh goodness.
all right. So show he's there.
He is.
And Ritsu feeling good about himself because he's defeated so many guys and
Mhm.
he's, underestimating Sho here because off screen Ritsu is defeated.
Yes. We don't really get to see that. Do we? We don't really get to see what Sho does at all, do we?
No, well, we see one thing he does, and
Okay.
so to set it all up here, Mob goes, wandering around by himself, and there's Ritsu on the floor, all beat up and all that jazz, and he checks up on him and is like, "Who did this to you?"
Yeah.
And so Muto shows up and gives Mob that vision.
Yeah,
Of
yeah.
Ritsu bleeding, which so I went back and because I was like checking up on some things in the manga, he only sees Ritsu bleeding on the floor in the manga, but here I like how we do this like intercutting of him seeing him in the past and in the present here.
Connecting him to the incident.
Yeah, so it's just like, oh no, it's the worst thing that's happening again,
Yeah, traumatic replay.
Yeah, it's great, and and I like how he explodes like a balloon at the end there. It's great.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, and then
the animation sequence was really sick with Mob.
Oh yeah.
Head doing weird stuff.
Yeah, all drippy and oozy.
Yeah.
And so we hit 100% rejection here.
Yeah. That was cool.
Yeah. So
rejection.
Great number, and we did the little number going back and forth thing for a little bit there.
Yeah, that was weird. Why would it do that?
So I was like looking around on like Reddit and stuff to see if anybody had an explanation for that. But
Reddit is a gold mine of information. Like if you want the best takes, the most grounded, grass touchiest based people on the internet are on Reddit.
Yeah. I mean, it's look, man. I don't have any other places to look. But I was looking around. I didn't see any explanation that I thought was what I've settled on myself here is that I think Mob was like, okay, I understand that what I am seeing is not real. I know that Ritsu is real and right here with me, so obviously he's not dying and bleeding on the ground because I'm here right now. So I think it's almost him deciding, oh, I should be upset about this or I shouldn't. And then it kind of turned into the emotion of rejection of, no, it's not real. It's not real. 100% rejection.
Interesting. So you think he was rejecting the illusion rather than feeling rejected?
Yeah, I think it was the rejection of the illusion. I would have to look and see if that like word in Japanese is like specific or whatever. But yes, I think he was rejecting the illusion.
That would make more sense because I was kind of confused like why he was feeling rejected.
Right. I think it's him rejecting the illusion.
Okay.
Yeah.
My theory was that they just wanted dramatic effect.
Okay. Yeah. Well, and, they delivered with that 360 shot and the spit flying everywhere. A lot of spit.
A lot of spit, yeah.
A lot of spit, yeah.
It's like, did he just like totally melt Muto's brain?
Let me say, we never see Muto or Miyagawa, the guy with the fire. We never see those guys ever again.
Really? So his brain feasibly was melted.
I mean, they could have escaped, or they might just be dead.
I'd go with dead, yeah.
So who knows? Or at least I don't think we see Muto again. I don't remember seeing Miyagawa ever again, but...
That's because he got burned to death.
Yeah, J-Root killed a man today.
As did Mob.
As did Mob. But yeah, so...
Melted a man's brain.
So after melting this guy's brain, we see that Sho was there the entire time, invisible. So that's the one power we know he can use. Oh,
right. Yeah. So he can turn invisible, but also he kicked the crap out of Ritsu somehow.
Yes, somehow. So we know at least one of his
abilities. Yeah.
moves in his moveset. Yeah, yeah.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, so that's the one ability we absolutely know for sure. Because I mean, you could have just beat up Ritsu bare knuckle. Just go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. So yeah, so so Teru got captured right after defeating Miyagawa.
Mm-hmm.
Dimple is in an urn, and Mob gets captured after this as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they got stuff. They got stuff going on.
Yeah, they got stuff going on, so we're kind of in the what will happen next sort of phase. And so the episode ends with the Awakening Lab kids. They have found the exit without Ritsu, I guess, because Ritsu was all, I'll take this guy myself, all that jazz. So they left. So they found an exit, and they all feel the titular heinous aura. Titular heinous aura.
I do love a good titular heinous aura.
Yeah, the titular heinous aura that is Reigen Arataka.
Yeah, is that wait, I'm confused.
Did you watch it was after the credits?
I watched the stinger.
Okay.
And I know the guy looked like Reigen.
Mm-hmm.
But I forget people's full names, so did you just say a name that's different than the Reigen that we know?
No, Reigen Arataka has been his name this entire time.
Okay. I only know the Reigen part. It's like...
Okay, yeah, so Reigen then.
Okay.
Okay.
So Reigen is going to show up looking all badass.
Yes, he is going to show up looking all badass.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, so that...
I wasn't sure if that was a joke at the end, because that's the boss, right? The boss of the Claw?
Yeah, that's the boss, yeah.
And so Reigen is the boss of the Claw?
Yes.
Okay. I wasn't sure if that was a joke or a real reveal.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is complicated.
It is.
There's some implications here.
Absolutely.
I don't know how to feel about this.
Yeah, I know. It's a lot to take in. A lot to recontextualize.
So Reigen might be super powerful? Actually?
Could be, man. I mean, he's been saying it the entire time. He's the 21st century's greatest psychic.
Yeah, but he's also, rubbing bath salts on people for, a couple bucks under the table.
A man has to have a side hustle. How do you think he's paying for these facilities?
I guess in this day and age, yeah, you gotta have the grussel,
Oh yeah. I mean, Reigen's a true Sigma.
True Sigma male.
Ooh.
That's crazy though, because I thought we were doing a Kingdom Hearts thing.
Oh, like a twin.
This guy looks like that guy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, why does this guy look like Reigen?
Right.
And then him looking like Reigen and Reigen doing the jokey voiceover at the end.
Okay.
Yeah. He's like, hey, that's me, by the way, buy the Blu-ray. So I thought
it is hard to tell when he is or is not being facetious in those episode summaries, because sometimes he'll be like, both our guys are real in trouble this episode, when he's talking about Ritsu being involved in all that gang stuff and Mob being possibly conned out of a little bit of money, or it's kind of putting that on the same playing field and all that. Yeah, it is a bit hard to tell when he's being facetious. Yeah.
Right. So yeah, I was confused, but that's interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. We're going right into the last two episodes then, huh? This is
this is gonna be
first season finale is coming up.
Yeah, and so what I kind of wanted to do here is kind of save your overall season thoughts for we'll watch the OVA after the week after we're done with season 1. We'll watch the OVA, which is a recap OVA.
Okay.
And I think that'll just be a nice jumping off point for talking about the season as a whole.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Recap OVA. People love their
Yeah.
dang OVAs.
Not all OVAs are recaps.
Yeah, but it's just like that seems okay. Limited anime knowledge over here, but like the recap movie of Evangelion.
Yeah, I don't know how many anime are doing like recap stuff. I know that like
Okay.
One Piece keeps doing these like recap specials because it's been on for 25 years and they kind of want to update the animation sometimes.
Cannot believe that One Piece has been on for 25 years.
Yep. Oh, 25 years, man. Or well,
That's
it's been a manga for 25 years. Not quite as
that's
long as an anime. But
that's insane. That's
it is
insane to me.
insane. Yeah.
Remember Four Kids? Remember Four Kids One Piece?
Oh yeah, man.
Remember
I've watched many a clips.
when Sanjay used to
Sanji.
eat whatever. He used to eat a lollipop.
Yeah, man.
That's wild. Remember when Nami had closer to proportional breast?
Yeah, I miss her old design, man, so
What
much.
a wild ride.
I miss it so much.
Something must be in the water out there,
Yeah. Oh goodness. But yeah, recap OVA. We'll and I think it's a good recap.
Okay.
It's fun. There's actually a good bit of original animation.
I'm not opposed to OVAs. I thought it was interesting that this is the second anime that's had like a recap thing. I guess the OVA is not going to be a full movie like the recap of Evangelion was.
I think it's like 45 minutes to an hour.
Goodness gracious.
I would have to look, but well, an OVA does not mean recap specifically. Season
No,
2.
because we watched the OVA for Future Diary too, and
Yeah,
that was
exactly.
not a recap.
Yeah, OVA just means original video animation, which means
It's not based on the manga.
No,
right?
No, that's not what that means specifically.
What does it mean?
It means it's like not. Hold on. Whoa. Things that aren't based on the manga are filler. That's what filler is specifically.
Right, yeah.
VA definition.
What do you call a filler that is based on the manga?
I don't call it filler. I have a very strict definition of filler, and that is anything not based on the manga.
Because manga can have filler too.
Well, I have my very strict definition that filler means things that are not based on the manga that are used to pad out an anime so that it doesn't catch up to the manga. That is what filler is. You can say perhaps less than canon material or things that you just personally find slow paced or something, or padding. Padding.
Yeah. Padding would be a good word for like arcs where they like rescue a dog from a tree or something, and it doesn't really have anything to do with the overall plot.
Okay.
I accept your definition.
Are Japanese animated films and series made specifically for release in home video formats without prior showings on television or in theaters.
Okay. So it's just kind of a format thing. And
yeah,
traditionally,
it's kind of a format thing. Though I think that we've kind of lost all meaning of that, in my opinion, with the streaming age, because everything's on the same deal. But I do think they don't air these on TV much. I know that they're airing at least one of them on TV recently or something. But so it is like part of like the Blu-ray and stuff when you buy it or whatever. But yeah. So yeah, save our full, season ender thoughts for the OVA discussion.
Okay.
Yeah, just like overall thoughts on the season.
Gotcha.
But yeah, we got 2 episodes left. Let's see. Those episodes are, well, I guess I'll start doing the sign off.
Okay.
If I can remember how I do the sign off. Unless you have anything else you want to say about this episode or another tangent about Naruto.
For some reason, all the OVA talk started making me think about the My Hero Academia movies.
Those are fun.
And I just wanted to tell the world about that time where I hadn't watched any of what season 4, 5? What was the season?
5. Season
I hadn't
5.
watched any of season 5, and I asked Jay, if I needed to know anything about My Hero Academia and what's happened before I went and saw this movie, and she was like, "Nah, it's all pretty much the same." And then I come in, and Deku's freaking Spider-Man now. Like, Deku just turned into Spider-Man at some point, and I have no conceivable idea why. I don't understand it in the slightest. And I just had to watch this whole movie with Deku being Spider-Man. And I was just like, what's happening? Why is he Spider-Man? And, we're in a movie theater, so I can't, turn to you and get the full summary.
I am so sorry about that, by the way. I did not, realize. I'm so, mixed up on what's going on in the anime, what's going on in the manga, what's been covered. I'm...
Deku turned into Spider-Man at some point.
He did. By the way, since we have, I meant to tell you this on Hulu. The entirety of season 5's up, but now we have Funimation too, so
yeah,
you can watch that.
That is true. There's movies I want to watch. The new Predator is out.
Yeah, I heard good things.
Yeah, dude, freaking AV Club gave it an A+ or something.
Oh, wow.
A minus maybe. So apparently it's very good.
Well, and I saw somebody who's a fan of the franchise saying it's the best one to date, or at least in quite some time.
And fortunately, because it's on Hulu, I believe all the Predator movies, or at least most of them, are on Hulu. So I mean,
nice.
I've got to watch any of the Predator movies before I
go and dive into this one.
Jump into that, but that's kind of exciting.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
Yep.
But that's less about anime, so let's sign off our anime podcast.
Yeah.
If you can remember how we do that.
Yeah, I think I do it a little differently every time, but whatever.
Let's see. In order to end this podcast, everyone, we need to join our voices together and sing the anime podcast closing theme. Are you ready, guys? Okay. The anime.
No, we're not doing this.
Anime's over.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. No.
They didn't watch anything.
Yeah, I know. Well, they might be watching our YouTube. I put up nice little pictures.
Yeah.
Everybody, thanks for listening to podcast and such. Join us next week as we watch the next 2 episodes of Mob Psycho 100, episode 11, Master and Leader, as well as episode 12, Mob and Reagan, the giant Tsuchinoko appears. Bye.
I don't know what a Tsuchinoko is.
Yeah, I know.
But a giant one's gonna appear, guys. You gotta better check in for that.
All right. I think we're done.